Hey everyone, welcome to Geek Drums. Lance isn't going to be here for this week, but he will be here next week, and this will be my first takeover. Okay, starting with my co-host, you know him by Darren,
Hey guys.
and our special guest. Another one will be here later, and his name is Kata.
Hello, hey guys.
So we have a hey Emma. I don't want to mess up your name. Uh, hey. uh, yeah. So we have a few topics we're going to discuss. As you know, we're going to also talk about the tragic death of Jason David Frank at the very end. Yeah. So it was, very tough. But the first one thing, the first subject we're going to be talking about is Wakanda Forever. And has everyone seen it the second time?
Yes,
Okay.
I've seen it
So,
twice.
what
Yeah,
was your initial second time viewing of it, Darren?
I loved it even more, which usually doesn't happen for me. Like usually I see it once, I have a lot of fun, and then I go through it again and be like, all right, those are some things I didn't like. And yeah, I still got that for sure, but like I feel like I just had so much of a more appreciation for it, and I found it so much more emotional on the second time around. I don't know if anyone else had that experience, but like I saw it once, loved it, and then the second time I felt like everything just hit harder than the first time even did for me, which I've never experienced that.
Yeah. The second time, you get more of a draw to it. Um, Kita.
yeah, I've seen it once, but I'm not sure. I might go see it again. I'm not sure. I mean, 3W's. Did you enjoy it more the second time, or?
Um, when once I've only seen the one time, but I've started the second one already, and the second time
You started the second one.
yeah, it's because of the fact that um
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know I got bad news from one of my childhood heroes, so I'm like taking a moment to breathe, but you know I got to the part where he gets hit by Neymar again. So, uh, Meibaku. Hope I hope I said that name right.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I was like, this is the second time I actually seen more than than the first time. Like the first viewing, I never seen never caught on to certain drawbacks to the first Black Panther. So I mean, it's nice to see those little nods and whatnot.
Yeah, I've heard second. I mean, when I've seen movies a second time viewing, it's more of a you can sit back and relax and kind of.
Like like I'm
Sure.
prepared for this to happen. I'm
Yeah,
prepared for
yeah,
that to happen.
yeah. Exactly. You don't have to analyze things so much, and
Sure.
Yeah, and then so yeah, that did you is it like a third time watch for you guys, or well, kid, I'm sure it's not, but a lot of times people go in for the movie for like 10 times.
yeah, I only
Yeah.
do that for like Star Wars or like maybe an Endgame or Infinity
Sure.
War.
I've
Understand.
sorry.
Oh,
I've never gone in to a movie theater more than twice. And I'm a person I have a hard time like rewatching a movie over and over. I'll just get sick of it. But if I do go twice, that means like I really love the movie, and so. But I had a lot of fun with this one.
Even a popular actor known for playing Black Adam has said that he can't hold a candle to Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
as that right there, as you can see.
wow.
He goes
Yeah.
and says, "What a neutral post! I love competing, but IGN, you guys are in the biz with us. There's no competition with me, with the established global brand of Black Panther, compared to Black Adam and JSA, who a year ago no one even knew heard of. No need to knock us. We're new babies and have to grow." So he even knows that Black Panther will beat him in the box office.
When, when was that posted?
Uh,
A couple days ago, I think.
Because all
well, 5 hours from 5 hour 5 hours when I took the snap snipping tool thingy.
because it's already beating them in box office worldwide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Panthers got like 545 million versus 367 Black Adam. So, and Black Adam's been out what 2 weeks longer? Or,
uh, yeah, 2 weeks
3.
longer.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Is it only 2? Okay.
what
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, Marvel versus DC. Marvel always has a more of a fan base to come to movies because of the
Yeah.
fact that they know that they're getting a movie that is more likely to be successful than DC, because DC has always been a hit or miss. They're not always hits.
Yeah.
So that's my idea of them trying to. I mean, I love DC too, but as a fan of both, I can see that Marvel has more fans to go to movie dedication fans to go to movies. A lot of the DC fans will wait till the movie comes out on DVD and then watch the heck out of it.
Yeah. Sure. It's also like these are two very different kind of movies. Like they're both comic book films, but I think where Black Adam's is kind of like a fun origin story, like Black Panther has the not only like the fandom of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but all the individual fans of the Black Panther franchise and how that's affected thousands upon thousands of people's lives, and like that is so many people's heroes, that's so many people's like inspiration. I've heard stories about how Black Panther changed people's lives and their inspiration. So I think it's definitely a different ballpark. I think people comparing the two to like such a drastic measure isn't exactly fair. I think like they're
Yeah,
using Black Panther to slam DC, where it's like, well, obviously this was going to win. Like, maybe compare it to a different film, like maybe like Ant-Man or whatever, where like maybe the two are closer together than these two.
yeah,
yeah. I wouldn't have gone seen it the first day it came out unless I was such a fan of Chadwick Boseman and
Yeah,
like how much that affected me. Like it hurt when he passed away, even though it's a person, someone that I don't know. But he was such a like a ambassador for Marvel that I just had
yeah,
to go see it.
sure.
yeah. And to where did the comic
And,
go?
And
Sorry.
I don't know, like it feels like Black Adam's more of a one-off. I guess it technically is connected to all the DC other movies, but I think
Yeah.
more so Black Panther seems more. Black Panther 2 seems more connected, so you
Yeah.
have to go see it to understand the whole picture or
Mm-hmm.
something going forward. Except like that Black Adam, you don't have to see it right now as well. You know,
Sure. I was actually shocked how much they actually set up in this movie. Like, of course, they did the Ironheart stuff. Of course, they did stuff for like Secret Invasion. There's even stuff in there for like we have multiple like spin-offs happening. Like, I don't know how many of that's actually like confirmed. I would be shocked if in the near future they don't do some kind of like Namor type solo thing. Like I don't know. It just kind of feels like that's the direction they might go. So there's like a lot of stuff I think riding on this film 5 years from now. Like if you haven't seen this movie, you might want to see it to see everything else going forward.
Yeah, I have yeah, Namor would be perfect for a TV show
Yeah,
like Wakanda Forever, to touch base on more Wakanda culture and stuff like that. We only saw a snippet of Namor's country, so it'll be nice to
yeah,
see his country too.
and I think it also connects the Riri Williams, the Ironheart
yeah,
series, Thunderbolts.
yeah. That too.
Yeah.
Which I'm a lot more excited for the Ironheart show now because I'll be honest, I knew nothing about that character. I try and stay up to date with the comics and stuff, but I'm not always the greatest with that. So this was like a real good introduction for me. I know a lot of people didn't like her, but I thought she was pretty great. I don't know about
Yeah,
you
I
guys.
was I was actually I'm looking more forward to Ironheart now that I've seen her in live action. I was skeptical because of the name change from her actual story in the comics, but I've grown to like her. So yeah. And to answer Sonic's comment, where is Andy? I invited him. He said he has school and he might be here, but I'm not sure. I gotta go. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is oh, what happened. Oh, there we go. The next thing we're going to talk about is I'm fairly new at this, guys.
Cool, you're doing great.
Black Adam. So, did anyone see the second watch of it, or
No, I didn't see it again.
okay,
Yeah, it doesn't
is it only
seem.
good the first time?
I that might be like a streaming like rewatch. Like when it comes to HBO Max or whatever it is, I might give it a second go. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I only watch these things at the very earliest that I can, just because there's spoilers. And once you get
yeah,
through spoilers, you can just kind of wait till you go see it again. Unless you're really supporting something like you wanted to do well, like Black Panther 2 or something.
sure. This was a movie that, like, even if you saw it like opening day, you would still get spoiled for it. Like, it was out like a month in advance. I knew what was happening in it, which is kind of disappointing to be honest.
Truth be told, the Spider-Man, the three Spider-Man, I wasn't spoiled. I
Really?
I thought that was a hoax. So I went in like it went over my head. Like I didn't even I was
Wow.
surprised when I saw it. So
Oh, you were surprised? Did you just avoid spoilers or something? Go to
no, I thought that they photoshopped all three Spider-Mans on Spider-Man.
with Spider-Man. You mean Superman?
Well, no, I thought they photoshopped the reason
You
why
talk
I
about No
wasn't.
Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
I
I
thought you were
was
talking Black Adam.
no. Black Adam. I just also kind of didn't believe the thing, but as I tried to not believe it, and then there was a lot of credible evidence stating otherwise.
Sure.
But I was actually looking forward to seeing the HD version of it, not a photo of it from a Canograph camera. But
You weren't surprised about Superman being in Black Adam, though, right?
no. That actually spoiled me because the fact that a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
was
the
everywhere.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
I think it was
credible
on
evidence.
purpose.
It was like staring me right in the face, saying, "Look at me, I'm right here."
Dwayne Johnson, like he wasn't even trying to keep that a secret. They almost
Yeah,
made it like a marketing ploy for
Yeah,
the whole thing.
marketing.
and it failed.
It's like Justice League when they tried to hide the fact that Superman was, they try to keep it non-spoiler or something, but you knew Superman's going to come back to life,
Yeah.
So they couldn't use him in any of the promotion, which was kind of stupid. And so this
Yeah,
time, maybe they were like kind of low key trying to keep it a secret, but in a way they needed
sure.
to use him to support us, promote him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
was like, if he was going to promote this, that he would. Uh, I don't see how. The only way that this movie would actually the promotion will work is if they publicly said they're bringing back Snyderverse. That's the only way.
That would be a disaster, though, for them. A PR thing that they have to handle.
Yeah, I was like, there's only one word you can say that will bring thousands of them to go see this movie. If Zack Snyder was the director,
Or if Zack
or
Snyder tweeted something to support it,
or
support Black
that,
Adam or something.
and then our next um, topic that we're going over uh, is Stargirl.
mm,
So, what I've finally caught up on all 11 episodes. So, I am fully caught up. So, I was only spoiled by Lance from last stream because I didn't know that the Crocs died. But I thought all of them died, so it was nice to see the daughter,
Artemis. Yeah.
which I was drawn into her sadness because the fact that it felt like genuine for it
Yeah.
resonated off the screen for me.
I I agree actually a lot. Like it was such like a realistic scene of grief. Like I think a lot of times when it comes to movies and TV shows like with a death, like it can be over like dramatized, but like that's a sign of grief and that's like a like a coping mechanism when like she's just like pushing the bed. I just thought like that felt so real. Like it felt like something you would actually like walk into a room and see someone doing if they lost their parents.
Yeah, both of them, not just
Yeah.
one, both, and also in that terrible way too, like
Yeah.
full of goo. There's
Yeah,
only a small hint of it being a person,
Sure.
yeah,
but
we got to see the whole stages of grief with Artemis. The first the parents go missing. She's looking for them. They go find her. It's this little mystery, and then she's actually there and we get to see her react to the fact that she finds out that her parents are dead. And then afterwards, like sadness, anger, and maybe probably revenge next.
Yeah.
yeah,
So that was totally real. Even the screaming, I was caught off guard that they would actually go that far to show how much she's grieving.
it
Sure.
would only work for her because she is so angry, like not like she has a very strong emotion. So I was like, not angry, but she has a very strong emotion about her since we
Yeah.
first saw her, and her screaming would only work for her. If it was like Courtney or Team Flash, for instance, about Frost,
Yeah, it's
you
probably
you get underlying performances where they kind of like look sad but no tears are shed.
yeah, it's probably the second best family dynamic or relationship that we see. After Courtney's family,
Yeah.
you see this tightness is probably Crocs is the second best kind of the tight knit family that you get to see, and then maybe after
Yeah.
that like Icicle or something, but. Because of that effect and the fact that their parents got redeemed, they were bad people, they
Mhm.
redeemed themselves, and they're helping helping trying to kill after they redeemed themselves, they're helping they became heroes. So it was even more and it was shocking the fact that they got killed off too.
Yeah.
And it will be very shocking if she doesn't act on revenge first.
Yeah,
because she has like full like she would actually be on Starman's side
I was
in
just
this
thinking
episode.
that. I wonder if we have like a mini like Civil War type thing, like
Starman versus
yeah.
Stargirl, but how would that work with one staff? Would they be just passing it back and forth? Okay, I take a few hits, then you take a few hits.
Well, that honestly, I think I love that idea. Like early on in the season, I did really like the idea of Starman kind of being this like antagonist. Like I love this idea of like both enemies or both sides of the coin, their source of power being one and the same, and only one can use it at a time. And this kind of like struggle between the two and who the staff has to choose. Like if they wanted to go that route, I think Starman would have been a fantastic big bad, like a main villain if they wanted to go that route, just because of this like this struggle between the two.
Yeah, and then the fact that well, and also the cosmic staff trying to decide which way it's going, because
Yeah.
the fact that they both can pull it in.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be nice to see a tug of war of them.
In the trailer, we see Starman take it away from Stargirl, right?
Yeah.
Stargirl's like refusing to give it up, and then the staff just goes to Starman.
In the new
Yeah.
episode, the 12.
Yeah.
Well, in the trailer, we get to see in the trailer,
Oh, in
Promo
the pilot.
for
second to last episode
Oh,
trailer that
yeah,
just came
episode
out.
12.
oh, I haven't seen it. One
But I
thing
mean,
about trailers is sometimes they spoil things. So
it might be a fake out. It might just go back to Courtney again.
yeah,
Mhm.
they usually do that to 180 people. Like I was predicting this, but then that happened. So
They they don't do it as much for Stargirl as like they do for Marvel stuff, but
well, I
Yeah.
didn't expect a trailer to begin with, because the fact that it's canceled and the CW doesn't give a shit about them. So
and then they also said the season second to last like a season episode for the season instead of like the show.
I
yeah,
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, which
They
is
must have made it like before they got the news.
I'm just glad that they have two different endings. Yeah, I'm hoping
Yeah.
they. Though, did they like plan the entire season to end, or was the
I
only the last episode?
I think that they knew like they wanted a season 4, but I think they may have kind of planned it around like just in case like this. And
Yeah,
I can't imagine like a better almost villain. Like we are really wrapping it up like around the bend with having Icicle again. Like that is something that you would do if you had like 5 6 seasons being like, all right, bring the first villain back to be the last villain. Like it's kind of perfect in like such a weird, almost like a creepy way.
yeah, it's like the
How did
reverse
they
Flash
plan
way.
this? It's almost like they knew.
Yeah, it's like they reverse flashed it. Like
Sure.
because season 8 was intended to be the last season of the Flash, and having a season 1 villain come back as the main villain was the season 8 big bad, and you know he had that fake muscles, which is funny because Grant Gustin actually said on one of the bloopers, he was like, "You could get up if you have all those fake muscles." If you ever saw the blooper for season 8.
why do you think it took so long for Icicle to come back though? He was melted. He didn't go back to his family. His family would be like, "What the hell? Why you've been around all this time? Couldn't you just let us know that you were okay at least?"
And I think it gives Courtney's brother some leeway off his shoulder, because he didn't actually
Rude,
he didn't like
rude.
kill him.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I would still be mad if I was Icicle if he just ran a truck into me, a little
But
kid.
he couldn't see the driver, so all he
Wasn't
knew
enough,
is some random
but
guy
I
drove
mean,
him over.
he did it on purpose, right? It's not like it was an accident.
I
Well,
think Mike did. Yeah.
Mike is a teenager driving a car for the first time, so there's obviously going to be some sort of mistake in the. If he could drive it like completely without fail, then it was on purpose.
I would be curious if he was trying to like kill him or just kind of like I don't know, like attack him, kind of like just kind of get him out of the way.
He was like a little brother. He was trying to help out best he
Yeah.
can and ends up destroying him.
Yeah, and then
Bothering me.
what do
Did
you
you like
think about the new Thunderbolt voice?
the voice?
Voice,
Yeah,
I like it better. I think
Oh,
from
really? I
last
don't
season.
like it at all because
Oh, really?
I watch Family Guy, so
I,
I do
I'm
only
like
see
his
Chris
voice
Griffin.
doesn't match his face though. Because Thunderbolt, the other guy that was made based on his voice matched the face of Thunderbolt. All I see is Chris from Family
I
Guy.
don't watch it, so I wouldn't make that connection.
Did it bother you guys as much as it did Eric? And Eric and Paigey were debating or kind of arguing during after party about Thunderbolt not being able to take away Icicle's powers without killing him.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. He was like he can make all these wishes, and this wish would end the series too soon. So.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. I mean, I just go by what they tell us, and all right,
Plot
well, that's
device.
it's
I I get it. I mean, like that's even like a big like genie. Like I'm a
yeah,
big like Aladdin fan, so like that like I didn't think of it as that. I just like oh like I love this movie. It's kind of like a reference to that. Um, I guess it would. I get why people would be upset, but that like I feel like if we didn't, we would just be asking the whole season like, hey, why don't we just do this to stop him? Because he's such a like the pen. If we could use it properly, could just solve literally any issue we ever came across. Like
yeah, an expert
Yeah,
in the pen would know what to say, how to say it, and
sure,
when to do it, and to figure out technical
I'm
loopholes that they can go
yeah,
around.
I'm sure. If Thunderbolt was a real good guy, he would know exactly what the person wishing
Intent,
would
yeah,
want.
intent,
yeah,
or what's in their heart, or something.
He is a joker, so he will try to find that loophole. It doesn't matter how I want to go home. It doesn't matter where the home. The heart the where the heart calls home isn't a real place technically.
yeah,
Yeah, but
And
genies are always hard. Even like Shenron, they have like loop
yeah.
things, rules you can't. I'm not sure if it's the same as in Dragon Ball Super, but you can't have someone come back to life like more than 3 times.
in the year,
Yeah.
Oh, in the year
yeah.
was it? I thought in the
They
original
they
series was
couldn't
only
get revived the second time within it changed through the years,
okay.
but
All right.
they can't get animated through the Dragon Balls if they were killed twice in the same year by different people, by
So
the same person.
when Icicle came back, wasn't it weird? He was trying to be like, yeah, sorry about the fact that I killed the Crocs. I want you guys to not, like you guys aren't gonna forget, but please forgive me.
Yeah,
And all
uh,
the times, even Starman was killed originally by him. The fact that he tried to brainwash people, and that some people might have been killed because of that.
yeah. His smirk in the last scene kind of confirmed he hasn't changed. So I already knew that he wasn't going to change because of the fact that he's been manipulating ever since the pilot of the series. Because now that we know who he is, uh, he's been the one since the beginning. So it's kind of
Yeah,
I was actually I don't know who the that gorilla is, but he looks a lot like the Flash gorilla. That's what's his name.
Yeah, what Stargirl? That's Ultra Humanite.
Yeah,
yeah.
but I always thought he looked a lot like the one that was in the
Grodd.
Flash. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a white gorilla. Uh,
Yeah. Oh, Solivard, I
yeah,
think.
Solivar. There you go.
Yeah. That was my first thought when I saw him. I'm like, wait a
Is that,
minute.
it was like for first time watching without the name drop, I went Flash,
Yeah.
Flash villain,
I want
because
to point
obviously I
out.
couldn't
Sorry.
remember the name there either.
There's a cool little conversation going on in the comments from Laura E. She asked, if you don't mind me just kind of
Yeah.
answering this real quick, do you think that Cameron will try to kill his dad or to protect Courtney? And I am so curious who's going to get the final blow on Icicle because I feel like almost everyone could do it. Like Pat wants to revenge Sportsmaster. Artemis wants to avenge her parents. Then we have Icicle. Like, there's so many people I think could get that like final blow on him. What do you guys think?
Um, well, Pat is more of a justice kind of guy. He doesn't think of revenge like he should. Well, sometimes, for different situations. I think the only time he would actually feel like revenge if something happened to like his son or Courtney.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would kill him. I'm just saying, like, take
Yeah,
him down, kind of like
they're all
trap him
motivated
or
to take him
something.
down.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, when once you said that, when Cameron, if he would choose his dad or Courtney, I guess, yeah, I was first thinking he would choose his dad, but now that I think of the last episode, he had that scene with Courtney, and they kissed. There's a reason
yeah,
for that scene too, and the fact that he was talking to his dad, and he was doubting him, and he was like, Courtney told me all these things, that these horrible things that you've done, and he's like, oh, I'm
yeah.
a changed man. So I think there's kind of a seed of doubt in Cameron. So I guess he will go against his dad if he were to choose between Courtney or his
Yeah,
dad.
I definitely think he'll ultimately like see. Just I think he'll see him do something just really terrible, and ultimately side against him. I'm very curious where the seniors will lie, though, like where the parents will lie, because how insane would it be if after everything they've done this season, if they're like, oh, this is too far, man. Let's maybe we should side with the like JSA on this one. Like, how insane of a moment would that be?
to answer Robert's comment, yeah, it was only because it was hurting his family.
Yeah,
That was the only time that he went into that gray area.
We still don't know what he did though.
Yeah, closed doors kind of confirms he didn't do he
He
didn't
didn't do
he it was too graphic for viewers of
yeah.
teenagers to see.
Well, he was one of the few members that didn't want to kill in the backflash last season, right? Like he wanted to. He was what? It was him and like Jay Garrick, where it's like, no, we shouldn't kill.
Yeah, and did you all see the post that Lance said about the them being the Jay Garrick from Stargirl's Earth is the same
Yeah,
as the one on the Flash? I think they poorly executed that whole thing, not mentioning where this Jay Garrick of the Flash came from. So, so
yeah.
he's just randomly in the present. He's randomly in the future. He's randomly on Stargirl.
The man does not age. Like the man is eternally young.
And Robert, I sent you a link too. So
I love the idea of them being like the same character. Like that's so cool. But at the same time, I don't know why. Like maybe there were plans to do a big crossover, and that was the case. That would have been a cool connection. But like, I kind of just would prefer if they were separate. I think I would
yeah, it
prefer if it was
doesn't need to be connected, right? I
well,
mean,
no.
technically speaking, the Airverse is dead. So being connected, they can all die peacefully
yeah,
together. I mean, Titans and Doom Patrol are also together, theoretically, because of the whole crisis, taking a nod to them and calling them Earth 9 and Earth 21 of Titans and Doom Patrol. But if they are somehow all connected, they will die together so that we don't have to have one show that's going nowhere with spin-offs and having in all hopes and dreams of that becoming a pivotal thing to produce
Yeah,
spin-offs.
I think.
If everything dies, we can't say that there's an Arrowverse show because it's
Yeah,
dead.
I mean, I think you can cross over without being like super connected like that. Like I think, like if they still crossed over now, I don't know if I would consider a full-on Arrowverse show because they are still on different Earths.
It's
If
just
it was a one-time thing.
it's like an extended universe.
I
If all of the extended universe is
I agree.
somehow connected and dies all at the same time, then we can say the Arrowverse is officially dead.
Yeah,
like I was thinking, if Superman Lois doesn't get another season, it wouldn't have been a huge mistake if it wasn't if the fact that it's not connected to the Arrowverse anymore. So if last season they didn't announce that they're separate Earths, and then it was up in the air, but they figured out that they're going to be canceled this year or
yeah,
this season, then they would probably connect it, right? Just
Yeah,
like our girl just connected
maybe.
I think they sort of connected with Stargirl with going to Titans, but because of the whole doppelganger situation, it depending on what they do, because I'm not, and I don't know what they're going to do. They could be multiverse travel or a doppelganger.
I don't
So,
think it's going to be any more than like a cameo. I don't know in what form, but
and cameos can last 5 minutes. I've seen it.
yeah,
It was Tom Welling and Erica Durance spent 5 minutes on screen on Crisis and
sure.
Batwoman. So I mean, 5 minutes can be very long.
I'm not even sure if they planned it in the scripts like a long time ago or anything, or it was just like convenient to have because since Brett Bassinger was in Toronto, was it Toronto? Yeah, Toronto or something, that they were like, oh, maybe we can try to fit this in somewhere, or if they already had it in the script that they're gonna have Stargirl in it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no idea. Um and like because it's also rumored the like Doom Patrol crew is there too, but I just don't see how it all fits. Like I love the idea of these three shows somehow crossing over. I think they're all so different in tone that it could work. It could be really fun, but I don't know how you do it like mid-season like that in just cameo form, Like are they is it like some kind of like Raven Vision or something? I don't know.
Where uh, where was that? What do you mean? You mean the Jay Garrick thing?
I
He actually said it on Andy's uh, interview a year ago.
yeah. And I think he said it again, didn't he? Like
Yeah, he said
recently?
it again
Yeah.
recently.
Uh, so in the last scene, in Stargirl, you see Ultrahumanite and Icicle meet in the forest.
Hmm.
Do you think
Mhm.
they're working together, or it almost at first it seemed like he was going to go out to take him out, but
I
now
think they've been working together for a long time,
Yeah.
and
now it
that's the
seems like
only.
there was a sinister motive behind the fact that they met.
Yeah,
Although he was talking about how they need all team, Icicle was talking about how they all need to team up to beat Ultrahumanite. But that last scene threw it out the window that he might have a sinister motive.
yeah. Not everyone's Ramsey, so I actually believe Jake. Uh, what's his name? I just drew a blank again. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. But yeah, he's different from Ramsey. He actually is sometimes too truthful. I do not expect Justice U to be made, since I have my all hopes and dreams of a continuation of this series is going downhill because of
Yeah,
the fact that it's now $1 million budget for how many episodes? 13?
probably. If we get Justice U, it's literally just going to be like Diggle shooting guns. Like that will be it. Like there's not
Yeah,
going to be. It's not going to be about a team of young superheroes. It's not going to be. No, it would just be Diggle in like a war uniform. You know, like
yeah, that's the amount that you pay the actors.
yeah, we're I,
The
we're going to be lucky if any show on the CW makes it out alive post like 2023. Like I'm not even worried about new shows happening. I'm just like, all right, let's strap onto the shows we have. Let's see what survives.
I will say this: as soon as Walker and Walker Independence and everything else gets canceled of the now scripted TV shows,
Hmm.
not including Gotham Knights, but the now scripted TV shows, if everything gets canceled, I'm going to CBS full time.
I think I think out of everything, Walker's like the safest. Like I think CW really likes Walker. It's
It's
relatively
cheap
cheap.
too.
It's just Cowboys, right? Like it's and
Well,
on
it's there's also a well-known actor who makes a
yeah,
million dollars for per episode,
yeah.
which is Jared Padalecki. I
I
think it's more than a million, but
yeah. And like All American and stuff too. I bet like they really like that. It's just a show about football players, right? High school, like that's really cheap for them. I love these superhero shows, but I don't think we're seeing any more
yeah. And then
from
what do you guys think about the whole uh $30 million for CGI stuff that DC's Warner Brothers Discovery is doing. I think it's 70, but I'm not entirely sure. It feels like 30.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, their budget for DC content.
I didn't see that at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like doing like their budget. The last big budget movie will be, I guess, Black Adam. Not entirely sure, but the they're dropping the budgets from 230 million to like 70 million for.
Wow.
I'm like, that's like looking at Cartoon Berry.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I honestly, as far as budget goes, I'm actually very curious about Peacemaker season 2 because I have a feeling James Gunn is going to want to put everything into that show, but I'm curious how much of a restriction he's going to get from like Zaslav and everyone involved because I think he wants that to be like the best project he can possibly put out, but like how much of that push and pull are we actually going to get?
Walker Independence is really good. I am loving it so far. And also Winchester's, believe it or not, I'm actually enjoying it, even though it's not like 100% canon to the series that it follows. But yeah.
I think they'll fit it in somehow. Like I think they'll make it work.
Yeah, I was actually they kind of John Winchester and his wife, potentially future wife, is actually, I think they were hunters before they made that bet with the yellow-eyed demon, but that I think, but they also retired too. So
Yeah.
I think it is sort of canon to the original series. I'm trying to think about 20 years back, but
Yeah. I think
No, it's not.
like would this have happened in the original show? No, but I think they'll make it work in a fun way. Like,
and I'm also loving the fact that Tom. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm loving the fact about Tom Welling being in the series too.
Yeah.
I
Was he in the latest one? Because I didn't watch the latest episode, but
no, I don't know yet. I'm
Okay.
still treasuring it because I actually really like it.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it as slow as possible, like so that I'm never behind. Like episode, like I don't have to wait for an episode to come out. I'm
Oh, okay.
slowly watching it.
John was actually very green in the way of supernatural hunting. It was only the army he had experience in the original.
If they don't, eventually, the guy who Tom Welling is playing is he gets possessed by the yellow-eyed demon in Supernatural. So
Yeah.
makes me wonder. I'm like, do I
Especially
really
in
want?
the original, from what I remember, Mary kept almost everything away from him, and I think his first interaction was her dying, if I remember rightly, because she knocked him out when they had even an inkling of him like understanding what was going on, and she didn't want that.
Yeah, it's there's actually in the series Supernatural, Samuel actually comes back in season 6, but his past shows him, like, how does he survive that because of what just happened to him. Usually people being possessed doesn't go well.
Yeah, they usually finish it with like an a-hole move, like breaking their neck or stabbing them before they go, don't they?
Yeah, and Exorcist doesn't really work for him. But yeah, and then what's funny is the guy who plays Sam in Supernatural is the father of Jared in Walker. Well, the father of Walker in
cool.
Walker.
He's a super god too.
Sam, yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
he's a CW dad.
I've got two things to say from topics that you've already covered, okay? And one of them was me texting away during the after party, so there was only so much I could say. But it is blowing my mind, right? You had everybody in uproar, right? And I'm not asking for anybody to be in uproar whatsoever, but you had everybody going, you can't recast T'Challa, you can't recast T'Challa, right? And it was
Yeah.
such a big thing, and it was going to divide fans. But then Marvel, in their infinite wisdom, right, have both pleased fans and got what they wanted in an absolute masterclass. They just slipped everything right under the rug. And everyone's just gone along with it, and no one said nothing. It blows my mind. It drives me nuts. You know what I mean? It feels like a magic trick that I actually saw their sleight of hand. I'm like, look, they did it. They did it. That's where it was.
It's not an accent. It's his voice.
But it's still going to take a few years for T'Challa to come back. So, that's why it's giving enough time for people to, mourn and heal. And
I was all down for a multiversal version. Always am. But now, right? Okay, so now, right? I'm trying to avoid spoilers because Amethyst hasn't seen it, right? So, like, what they've done, right, is they've taken what Taweret said in Moon Knight, in like the fact that there's like millions of planes of existence after death, and everybody goes to where they get, But now they're introducing like reincarnation. If that was the case, maybe Ragnarok should have gone a bit different, or maybe will go a bit different, and then maybe we'll see Odin again.
Yeah, could happen. I mean,
to avoid spoilers, but I would hate the idea. I hear a lot of people really wanting this. Like, I would hate the idea of a time jump because I really feel like that would take away from the specialness of that scene.
Mm-hmm.
I would like them. I mean, and you have to think, like, you're going to want one more movie with the current Black Panther, right? Like, you're at least going to want one. And then by the time you get another one, you're going to want, like, that's going to be, like, 8 years from now. Like maybe 10, So, like, we have plenty of time, I think.
in changing Black Panthers, like, every single movie isn't something that you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the circumstances with Batwoman, but it was actually improved to us to like Lance and me. I don't know about everyone else, but
Yeah.
for me it was improved.
and the like new Black Panther will be in more than just like Black Panther films, I assume. Like he'll probably like they'll be in the spinoff. They'll probably be in the Avenger movies. Like, you'll have 3, 4, 5 films or whatever over
Wasted
the course of the next 2 phases.
Ironheart, isn't it? Wasted if she doesn't turn up in Ironheart.
I would assume she does, or they do.
Is that a Superman reference?
What?
Oh, of Superman just crashing into IHOP?
Oh.
No. Ironheart.
Ironheart.
Yeah.
I was looking down there. I'm like, who said something about
IHOP? I was apparently my earbuds aren't working properly. But I was like, IHOP.
Okay.
Now I'm hungry.
Okay, I've got one more thing about Stargirl because you moved on from it, right? Again, this is something I said in the after party, right? But text doesn't allow so much. At the end of season 2, it showed us a recap of Icicle dying, right? And he's on one knee, on one foot, gets both hands up, and he's got half of his face out, and I think maybe one hand. But the second he gets hit by a truck, all we see is ice, and then that's what melts. There should have been body parts.
Well, he was
minimum.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if he was all ice and then turned into all puddle, fair enough. I can live with that. Do you know what I mean? Like they needed to make their mind up. There was no continuity there.
Yeah, I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense, but then you gotta, hold your disbelief and stuff like that with the comic book show.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, they probably didn't plan for this until later on, So
I think Icicle was
okay. So that is Appendix B, right? So this season, right? Did they know when they were writing it from the jump that this could be their last, or was this already planned and then they just changed the ending because that's what they had control over.
I think they were in the middle of the season or something, filming and writing, and then they had a hunch that it might get canceled.
Yeah.
But they weren't clear about it, so they, just in case, they made 2 endings.
What
Yeah.
if the guy who's the big bad wasn't supposed to be Icicle to begin with? So they forced a storyline to, well, not forced, but they changed the outcome of who the big bad is so that they can close the book on the series.
Maybe. I don't
But
think there
it's
was that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't think there was too many reshoots or anything, so I don't know.
Well, they knew about it before they started filming, is my understanding.
Maybe.
And it's a murder mystery, so you have to have everything already down, or you can't change anything in the middle of.
Yeah,
It
for
wouldn't
sure.
make sense.
Yeah, especially with all that time leading up to Mr. Bones.
or change it to where it kind of like transitions into something else than it originally was planned. Like it was a smooth transition. Like it was unnoticeable by, like, you couldn't tell that Icicle wasn't part of the main story of season 3.
Yeah, no, I genuinely thought it was the Nan and Cameron.
Yeah, I thought it was
Senior Rick?
I thought it was the Bone guy, but apparently
Mr. Bone. Yeah, everyone
I was
thought it
wrong
was
about
Mr.
that.
Bone.
Yeah.
It was a.
Good. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I remember thinking it was Mr. Bones controlling someone, so I had said like maybe Starman is like has like a microchip in him or something. But no, I was wrong on all fronts.
And what do you guys think about the CGI on Mr. Bones?
Oh, it was
Did
good. I thought it was fine.
Did it look better than Flash or worse?
Depends on what on the Flash. Because like
that's Storm.
Oh,
it looked better than the Scorpion King, and that's my bar.
Scorpion thing.
Scorpion King. If you've seen the Mummy Returns, the Scorpion King at the end of Mummy Returns is a terrifically bad version of CGI.
For me, it looked a little like bland. It didn't look like it had dimensions and what, as a skull. But as soon as I heard Keith Davis' voice, I was like, "Hey!"
That adds a lot of weight to the CGI and makes it more believable. Have that voice.
So is Mr. Bones a doppelganger of the Flash, Solivar? I think Keith David voiced him.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I was confused for a second. I was like, I have to be right about this.
That's awesome.
I was like, go ahead.
The Flash is really weird when it comes to his like CG and stuff because like it'll put out just like some of like the coolest looking stuff on like basic TV, and then it'll just put out like the most atrocious piece of
it's inconsistent.
Like like you have like King Shark in season 2, and then you have like season 7 with the Forces, and you're just like, what's going on? Like, what is this? What am I looking at?
I'm so glad you said King Shark.
Bro, King Shark looked so good in the early seasons.
So good, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, they really pulled it out with that.
Maybe how much money you spend on it and how much time you give the CGI department, and maybe the lighting, if it's going to be light out or if it's going to be dark, it'll probably depend all on that, if it's going to look good. Or
they also had more money to spend in the early seasons. Like as you go on, you're going to have less of a budget when you have to like extend contracts and you do bigger stuff. So I get it.
So the new topic is Titans. So what did everyone think about the zombies? Did it give you What If vibes?
or Walking Dead?
Confusing.
Or Legends vibes? Who else did zombies? Smallville vibes?
Okay, so here's the thing about this, right? Did her magic just zombify them, or were they dead bodies they had ready in that building and a whole bunch of them ready to go?
I think that's the most likely one, but someone brought it up in the after party. I just recently saw it, and it was DJ Eric, and he said that he didn't know why that Superboy was getting sick, and I'm like, well, if the the casting of the magic, the original magic spell that she used was intended for him to be sick, then yes, Superman or Superboy will be forced to be sick.
Okay, but are you saying then she put up two spells at once, that she was controlling the
Yeah,
zombies and
she
put a
she's a
spell up
she's a witch, so she can do multiple spells
at once?
at once. She do,
Hmm.
she doesn't need to like finish one spell and then do the other one. She can multitask.
I get what you're saying about suspension of disbelief, but I really don't think that that's the case. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely think it was just Deathstroke with a blade that was zombified. Again, where he came from, no one knows. But I genuinely think that was just a misstep in their writing, because they needed to depower Superman. Because what he could have
Spells
done is gone into
dead, and
super
the
speed
other
mode and
one
just
is
clapped
to
everybody's head,
cause
bang,
sickness.
bang, bang.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Robert?
yeah, yeah.
Hello?
I'm here.
I don't know if Superboy's fighting someone that is even controlled by magic, like Deathstroke was controlled by magic, then it might affect him, and that might be the rules or something. So technically, magic affects him because Deathstroke
Is
was
everyone
controlled.
freezing?
No, I think it's not freezing for me.
No.
Oh,
But
I kind of. Hold on.
but yeah, I think just in
I
this,
have it plugged up to the thing.
yeah, it might be you that, because you were talking a little bit delayed of some comment earlier, like 30 seconds ago. But anyways, Mother Mayhem
Okay, now I
affected.
know why. It was my connector wasn't connecting to the box. It was going in and out, so I was getting like. So what, Robert? What were you saying first?
I was just saying that if Superman used his speed, right,
Robert?
it's supposed. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
hear
can
me?
hear him, Three
Okay.
Dubs.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm just making
if
sure
Superman
everyone
was
can hear
using
me
his speed
because
and just kept
Robert,
clapping the
I
zombies'
don't hear
heads,
Robert. Say again.
I said if Superman used his speed and kept hitting the zombies' heads, then that could have been done in 20 seconds.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know if Deathstroke can affect Superboy. Maybe the zombies wouldn't have been affected by Superboy's like heat vision. He might not have been able to heat vision people like the Homelander did in his imagination. He was heat visioning, slicing up all those people in the crowd. He might not even be able to do that. And even Coriander couldn't use her spell or whatever her powers on the zombies.
Yeah, but I was talking the dagger that pierced Superboy made him sick, and DJ Eric said like uh that magic is vulnerable to Superman. And Superman is vulnerable to
Yeah.
magic, and I agree. And but he's like, uh, um, he was like he doesn't think it would make him sick though. And I'm like, well, if this spell intended on the dagger, like it time passed, so the spell on the dagger could have been intended to make him sick or do something to him that made him throw up a stink. And
Mhm.
that as you've seen Smallville before, some of you, when Clark was got when Clark went up against someone I won't say, but she has magic, and she made him knock out Lois, and also there's another later on in the series where this person made another female made Clark actually kiss him with magic. It can make someone do something that they're not intended to do. And so when the knife pierced Superboy, it made him throw up because the magic was intended for that. That's my theory.
Do you think when he stabbed him that's when that little snake entered, or
Yeah.
that's the reason the snake is in there, right?
I think the snake is a hallucination, but the blood is real.
But when Lex Luthor had threw up a snake, it's probably the same type of thing, though, right? So
Yeah.
that wasn't a hallucination, though, right? When Lex threw up a snake.
So then
Okay,
the
then
magic would be on the
maybe there is
The
a
magic
snake.
would be the spell chanted across the distance.
Maybe the snake was the spell. Like this, when you stabbed Superboy, the snake went in.
Yeah, and
But Lex didn't get stabbed.
we already know Sebastian's going to turn into Brother Blood, so it's either going to be Superboy being controlled by Mother Mayhem that gets to Sebastian, or it's the snake, right? Either one or the other.
Yeah. There's been rare occasions where Superboy gets knocked out of a magic-induced, I guess, coma because he's not fully in control of his body. But
And Superboy is supposed to turn kind of Lex-ish, right? So whatever Mother Mayhem did to Superboy is going to affect him, and that's how he's going to start going dark, right?
well, they kind of hinted at it with Garth. I mean, just tore up Starlab's lab.
Oh! Something was just hit that no one's talked about. Magical red moon. Actually, I was thinking about it as a sun. I was thinking, shouldn't Superboy be depowered? But if it's like a red sky.
Red moon / red sun actually tears Superboy's and / Superman's powers away. So, would it be the same thing?
He still had his powers because he was able to hold off all those zombies.
If he still had his powers during a red moon, then it wasn't a Kryptonian thing where they changed the color of the sun to red.
And Mother Mayhem intended to do something to Superboy because when she was doing the spell, she was like, Superboy, come to me. So that was her plan all along, I think.
It was Agatha all along. Thanks for reminding me again. I'm trying to get away from that. But like everything.
You no luck with that show coming out.
It's like, one of those quotes that you can't get rid of. To answer him, Superman and Supergirl are yes, that is true.
So they're holed up in Star Labs now, right?
Yes.
Did you guys think it was interesting? It said that Superman and Constantine couldn't get in.
Name drops. I love them.
Yeah,
well, they had to say Constantine because of the magic.
And I think Darren, your mic's muted. Just letting you know.
Yeah, it is. I still haven't seen the episode, so I'm just not commenting.
Okay. I am so sorry.
You're good. I don't care about spoilers or anything. I just
okay, good. What did everyone think about Jinx? DC season 3, episode 3?
Thought she was great.
Me, yes, I actually liked her quite a bit. I thought she was fun. Don't love her or anything, but I thought she was pretty fun.
Well, she doesn't have her suit on, so.
Yeah,
I think quite hard to bring in a new dynamic.
Yeah.
A person into the dynamic,
I think she's been great though. She has chemistry with everyone, and
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think her and Dick had a fun back and forth going.
What's kind of funny is the promos that released the Brother Blood costume and Mother Mayhem costume kind of confirms they're villains. And somewhere later that Brother Blood is going to turn. It kind of just spoiled it for me.
I mean, we've known that too because he's been on the set, and some people have gotten set photos of him as Brother Blood.
Yeah, I guess, but I was kind of hoping to be watching it without spoilers.
Really? I mean,
I know his name, Sebastian. I mean, that, and I wish I haven't seen Arrow then. I know it from Arrow. Right?
Okay, I have a thing, right? So basically, I watched from season 1, season 2, episode 2, all the way up until now when episode 2 was out because I had to catch up. And what we saw in season 3 was everybody going to the diner because that's where everybody was like magically being coincidentally brought to. And then they spoke to Bruce Wayne, and then Bruce Wayne was like, "No, that weren't me." And what's her name, Dawn and Coriander spoke and just assumed that it was Rachel using her manipulating everybody for the love to get the team back together. But in episode 3, during Coriander being turned to stone, she went back to that diner. So is that the implication that the assumption was wrong and that there is more behind the scenes that we don't know about that's been going on for a while?
I mean, it could be. I think Darren hasn't seen this episode, so no comment. Kata?
Episode 3,
You
that's
can
about.
spoil it. Yeah, it's fine.
That's episode 3, not about it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
go
thought-
ahead and just talk away. It doesn't matter. I'm not the biggest fan of the show, so if I get a little spoiler, I don't care.
I mean, I'm a fan of season 3 and 4, so just
Big-
because
Remember,
of
Stokey's Diner, whatever
Just-
it is.
It's kind of crazy they went back to Trigon because was that season 2, starting with
1.
season 2. Well,
They
the
finished
last
it in
one-
season 2. It was like
yeah, it was
episode
1, but it was supposed to be 1.
yeah, they cut it off because it was like was it COVID related or something? They had to cancel.
No.
It was
Well,
before
It's
COVID.
almost a
yeah.
gender bent version of season 1 because we're going with the brother as opposed to the daughter now.
Wait, why was it that they had to take out that Trigon
It
finale?
was because they did some paperwork and like made an error in the how many episodes you do for season 1, and that's
okay.
what happened.
And it was like tacked on to season 2, the first.
It was rushed, tacked on season 2, and season 2 became even more crappy than season 1.
They went back to that asylum. Well, I thought, how long has it been since that asylum? They left that asylum when they it went up in flames because they
Season
already
1,
built,
episode 8.
yeah, they built a supermart on top of that already,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is weird.
Yeah, Rachel hasn't been with the team that long, has she?
And
Well,
that
years wise, it's Titans came out in 2018, so not very long, but
But
for
their
someone
story
binge-
isn't that long.
Yeah, for the binging it like from season 1 to that, it's like I just saw it.
because yes, Raven's supposed to was like 16 when she started, and she was in high school, and then now she's
Yes,
18,
sorry.
right?
2019, even shorter than I thought.
Yeah, I think she just turned 18, which is why everyone freaked out when we thought that her and Gar were dating already.
Yeah, they really shipped them real quick right now
Yeah.
since he turned 18.
Well, and they only started dating real quick. They've been shipping them since season 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know why you just didn't cast. Like, I like this actress that plays Rachel, but if this was a real relationship you wanted, I don't know why you didn't cast like an older actress.
Because
She's great for the role. I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I'm just saying, like, either cast someone younger for Gar or cast someone older for Rachel if you want to do that, like,
I
relationship.
mean, I would if it wasn't her, I would pick Tara Strong, but she's a voice actress, not the real thing.
She's in live action
Then it
too,
goes
though.
the other way. Then it goes that
No.
she's
Raven
too old.
she played Raven in the Teen
Yeah.
Titans.
Yeah, I'm just saying she does like a
Then-
lot of
then
like
she's
live
gonna
action
be
work
straight
too.
up snatching Gar, poor guy.
Yeah, she did actually do the live action Harley Quinn and Arrow. If you didn't know that,
I did. Yeah.
what do you guys think about Raven and Sebastian being half brother sister?
Rogan and Sebastian. Oh, Rogan.
I like
okay.
it.
Trigon.
I like it.
I think it's intriguing to say the least. It's kind of brain rattling to think about, trying to figure out when who's her mother and when she like was born and stuff like that.
The Sebastian in the show is supposed to be 22 years old or something, right? Because it said that he was born in 1998, and I guess the present day is what, 2020 or 2021 or
I mean, that's
2022.
younger than he was originally. You know, the originals.
He doesn't look. He doesn't look like he's in his 20s, but
No, he's actually 40, I
oh,
think.
really?
Hold on.
So I don't know if anyone else has tried looking into it, right? So the organization and the spell that they keep
The
saying
Church of the
Azeroth,
Blood.
Metru, and Zinthos, right?
Oh, I was right. 41.
But yeah, the spell, Azeroth is a place or a person that is of like purity and like love and just a positive dimension. And I'm nothing on Metru or Zinthos.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. You know, I've
That's
heard
like,
of.
sorry,
You go ahead.
that's like her main spell in like the animated show. I don't know if anyone watched like
Yeah.
the animated Teen Titans show, but
As
like I think she says it a lot there.
Yeah, it's like a chant.
In some of my research, what I found is that from that show, the Teen Titans show, they've taken that and made it bigger, but they haven't, like they said, they're bringing it back as like an Easter egg, like, oh, look at this, but they haven't given it any bigger context or lore apart from the first word.
Yeah, Amethyst, he actually turned 41 this year.
So I don't know if he's actually supposed to be in his 20s in the show.
Yeah, that's what makes me kind of have a head scratcher because of the fact that he's 41 and he looks like he could be younger, mostly because he doesn't have his like Klaus beard, but
I think it did say 1998 was when he was born, in the flashback when he was being born or
Yeah,
something.
they kept throwing updates, yeah.
yeah, that could happen. You know, 24-year-old was playing a 14-year-old, so my disbelief is, infinite. Smallville, Tom Welling was 24 when he was playing 14-year-old.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely.
So, yeah. On to our next topic. I think. Okay, that worked. Okay. Walter Amada goes to Paramount Pictures. So, what everyone think of this, and what are your predictions of his idea of making TV shows? Darren?
I'll be honest, I don't have too much thoughts on this. I'm not very good on like the business side of things, but best of luck to him, I suppose. Best of luck to Paramount.
Do you think he will be making DC content, or will it just
I doubt it, right?
or
Like,
something to that extent, like superhero-ish sci-fi stuff?
maybe. I mean, he's used to it, and like he gets a lot of hate, but I do generally think he did some cool stuff over on DC. Like, I don't think everything he did was terrible or anything. But maybe I think there's a lot of stuff Paramount. I can't even. I'll be honest. I can't think of a single thing at the top of my head that Paramount like. I'm blanking when it comes to Paramount Pictures, but I bet there's properties over there that he would be very suited for.
I have a liking to Halo. I know that it's not like
Yeah, that's true.
100% canon to the game, but
Yeah,
for someone that has never played Halo,
yeah.
I was drawn into the series.
Amethyst is Star Trek. Maybe he would do well with Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'd be more excited if it was. Is Universal's a part of Paramount? I don't think it is.
Universal, I don't think it is Paramount. It's a different.
No. Yeah. See, if they said, "Oh, he's in charge of the Universal stuff and the MonsterVerse over there," then I'd be excited.
Kato, what's your thoughts?
I think he'll just be more happy going over there because the fandom won't be so on him like DC. You know, the fandom is just going to be filled with so much drama. But with Paramount, he probably doesn't have to be in the midst of all that drama and stuff like that. So he'd probably be able to work a lot easier since the fandom's not crazy.
And do you think this job is more secure than WB?
But I don't know. He probably did feel that it was a better fit. He probably do well. We probably won't hear much from him because we're not, we're focused more on the DC stuff. So probably just this news, and then we'll see. We probably won't hear a lot of news about him. And we're only hearing this news because we're so into DC stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
most jobs are safer than WB jobs at the minute, aren't they?
So I don't have a photo of the next topic, but James Gunn, what are the chances you guys think that everything he brings to WBD will not move forward or move forward? What are your predictions, Darren?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't have a picture of the next topic, but James Gunn, he tweeted that he is going to bring his future plans to WBD in the next 2 months. What are the chances that WBD is going to decline him his future projects?
I think. I mean, I'm not saying everything he wants will come out. Like, obviously, like not everything Marvel wanted all came out, right? Like, but I think most of them. I think they are going to let James and Peter have maybe not all the creative control, but I think under a certain budget, I think they will be able to kind of under, maybe like not everything. Like they can't just be like, all right, we're doing Godzilla, guys, and they're like, no, you can't do that. But I think there will be like a certain amount of trust put into James Gunn. I think he's really proven himself for the last 10 years. Like he's done so well with the Guardians. He's done so well with Suicide Squad. Maybe not like financially, but like from fan response, I legitimately think that he is such a good choice. And like, just I don't know how much of you guys have seen it on Twitter, but he's just been posting these like random, maybe like underutilized characters at DC just on Twitter. Like we have Lobo and we have like Jonah Hex and we have these characters that I think could make such cool properties. Mr. Terrific, isn't it? Like there's so many of these small characters that are like so underutilized over at DC that could be, in my opinion, maybe billion-dollar franchises that we are just not even touching. Look at Green Lantern. We have Green Lantern just sitting there. We have all these sections at DC that I would just really love to dive into.
The thing about Green Lantern is it can't survive a 70 million budget. It needs to
not
be
TV show. No, I mean,
a movie. It can't survive that. It
Yeah.
needs something a little more because if you look at the Green Lantern in 2011, it was not 70 million. It was a lot more than that. And if you look at that and trying to make a Green Lantern movie now, it won't work. People will be pissed.
Yeah. I'll be wondering how much of like a give and take there is because like I'm sorry for going back to Peacemaker, but like he really pushed the budget on Peacemaker. Like I'm pretty sure it was a lot less than it actually was originally. So when it actually came out, it was a lot bigger than anyone would have expected. A freaking Peacemaker show. Like who would have expected out of all the characters Peacemaker? So I'll be curious to see how much fighting he does for these properties.
I can't exactly speak for Peacemaker because I haven't yet seen it. I'm still
really?
What?
Yeah, I'm a fan of John Cena though. So
you need to get on that, man. It's so good.
You don't even need to be a fan of him for that. Oh my god, it will make you a fan of him for that. My god, that show is awesome.
I was already a fan during.
I know. I'm just saying. No people that aren't fans. That show makes people fans. I love him for that show. My god, in heaven.
I like it. I'm not like, I'm going to watch it. I'm just not like totally invested in a bad guy TV show, even though.
Oh, you will be. Oh, you will be.
I mean, there's
Oh,
some bad guys
you
that I
start it
like.
and you will be.
Some bad guys I like Venom, and then also Black Adam, because they are super super badass. And if you do them right, they're anti-heroes, not really bad. But I am looking. I am going to watch it eventually. I'm just not.
Oh,
I've
bump it up. Honestly, I can't sell this enough. Right? Genuinely, John Cena's improv skills have been immensely praised for this show.
yeah.
There are characters in there that just surprise you. It's James Gunn, so the whole music vibe
I
just
do know
blows.
about the last scene. I actually watched it. So.
Yeah.
I
Um, Even like Judo Master, he's amazing. Like you see him just weaponize like flaming hot Cheetos. I mean, come on.
I've never been like more shocked by like a superhero property. Like going into it, I had so low expectations,
Yeah.
and it rose up to my favorite like DCEU project. Like
And that's
period.
what I
Like I love
expect
it.
when I watch it finally.
Yeah.
I was
You'll
just curious if it was actually. I was just curious if it was heavily involved in CGI, or was it? Um,
middle, because um, not to spoil too much, but the bad guys are somewhat CGI.
Yeah.
okay,
I would say
okay.
the first half is pretty a lot of practical, but like once you get into the back half, it's pretty heavy.
Okay.
It's so good though. Honestly, even the intro. I was playing the
I know
intro
it's all
even when I
good. You
weren't
don't need
watching
to.
the show.
I am going to watch it. You don't need to like. I'm
I
like I'm
feel this
already.
thing until I stop breathing. Honestly, I love this show so much.
I get it. I get it. I get it
Has there
already.
even been a James Gunn thing with heroes that wasn't good? He's
Well,
really good at pulling these
Yeah.
things off that he loves.
yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Didn't know wits about them. They were like newbies. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
And James Gunn made them lovable and likable. And I was like, I have watched that movie so many times. Volume 2 kind of like went downhill for me,
I
I
agree.
guess. But
Why?
but it was the only thing good about Volume 2 is the fact that baby Groot is there and all that. I kind of have a
They're
thing for
so great.
babies, baby heroes. Uh, there was obviously some scenes that I really enjoyed, but overall the story didn't really go well to me because the fact that they used the father thing for everything. It's like Marvel's has father issues, DC has mother issues. um,
Speaking of
Well, yeah,
sorry.
sorry, go on.
Speaking of Guardians, we have Guardians content this week alone, which I can't
This
believe it's here
special,
already. But we have the Christmas special,
Looking
like this,
forward
like
to.
4 days, I think.
what I have a problem with Christmas specials is I like to watch them on Christmas.
Yeah, I wanted to wait because Thanksgiving's not even over.
I'm
I think it's
like
like the day after Thanksgiving.
I'm like literally I'll be binge watching Santa Claus because that's a Christmas movie.
That's fair.
I'll be binge
I want to
watching
watch
that
Fright
on
Night.
the 25th or 24th while I'm like because that's like for that day, and then there's also a holiday special, and I'll watch that like
Yeah.
between December 1st and the 24th because it's a holiday special. It's to leading up to Christmas in my opinion.
Am I the only one? And it always comes really early, but this year feels like everyone's celebrating Christmas so much earlier. Like the first of like the end of like October, everyone has all their stuff up already. Christmas music's already playing. I like Christmas, but it's like slow down a little bit.
Yeah, some places don't have Thanksgiving, like Japan, so
Oh
they are
yeah.
in full Christmas
Okay.
mode here.
We
Yeah.
don't have a Thanksgiving song, so we so Thanksgiving so Thanksgiving is mostly Christmas music.
Yeah, that's fair.
But reviews been okay.
Oh, it's mostly Florida weather here. We have like
Snow.
summer,
Oh well,
and
you're in
then
Florida.
and then all the way to like maybe November we have no, not November, October we have like 2 weeks of fall, and then flat winter, November. Like it goes up to like 90 degrees. It was 90 degrees one day in November, and I was nearly dying. But yeah, go ahead, Kita.
Uh, yeah, I mean, the holiday special has been really the review's been really great already.
Yeah.
So it might even seem like a classic that people already people are saying that it's like a classic that most people will probably see every single Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That type of a movie.
I just can't watch it on Thanksgiving.
Fair enough.
Unless there's a Thanksgiving episode.
I think
I
there's
think
some.
James Gunn said about Kevin Bacon being on Guardians 2. Like, was he in
Kevin
this? Did he come for a visit on the set or what?
I think Kevin. I gotta look who he is because I can memorize the entire movie, but faces,
Footloose.
individual faces.
Wait, did you say
Footloose
Kevin
guy.
Bacon?
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah,
trailer
he's
for
okay. So
the.
he's
So
in the
three don't
holiday special,
you don't know
right?
Kevin Bacon?
So
Oh, okay,
I don't
that's
know
what
how
it
he
looks
doesn't know
like.
Kevin Bacon. So he's in the special, and then on James Gunn Twitter, it said, "Oh, it was so nice having Kevin Bacon here. I haven't seen him since being on the set for number 2 or something similar."
Yeah, I think he
So,
was in that one, if memory serves. I'm actually seeing
but
his
he weren't
face.
in it from what I've seen.
Oh, you mean like Kevin Bacon being on the original Guardians of the Galaxy?
No,
Well, it was number 2, yeah. Unless he
was he
visited the set.
No,
CGI?
no, he wasn't in it. It was just a running joke that like Kevin Bacon.
Oh, okay. I remember his name being mentioned in the you mean like Kevin Bacon? That was
Yeah, it's just a
but it was
joke.
the wrong movie. It was actually Infinity War because they're like we're in the Avengers, dude,
No,
and
like
then
Footloose.
the girl who has the antennas
Mantis.
was like, "You mean
Mantis.
like Kevin Bacon?"
They've
You might
referenced
be
Kevin
on the
Bacon
team.
since
I'm
the
not
first
sure. I
one.
haven't been there in a long time.
But, I mean, they
Yeah,
referenced Footloose.
yeah, and since the first one.
Yeah. So it was probably a running joke, and then they were like, "Let's get." And I think James Gunn already wrote the script with Kevin Bacon in it, and then it would be like, "Oh, it would be great if we could actually get him." They were able to get him, so extra icing on the cake.
Speaking of James Gunn, though, what I love about him, and I learned like only a few months ago, is that he made his bones finishing and like kind of enhancing the scripts of a lot of people in Hollywood. So he's really able to just jump into somebody else's mindset, somebody's universe, and make changes and make it better. You know what I mean? So him coming to DC, where they've already got somewhat of a thread going, I feel like I was saying in the chat before I come on, like these kind of negotiations that he's signed up for take months. So there's a real question as to how when his 10-year plan came to fruition or came as an idea. Do you know what I mean? Like, was it just Zasloff? Was it Zasloff and Gunn? Was it Gunn saying, "Hey, this is what I've got planned. Like, sign me on"? And then it looks like he was just hired. You know what I mean? And they're sitting there chanting, "Oh, we got a 10-year plan," until they announce his hiring.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on to Superman and Lois. I know that says Flash right here, but we're going on to Superman and Lois, and we're going to think about the predictions that or hopes that each of us would like to see in the potential season 3 or season finale. Don't worry, I don't want to be a downer, but it could happen.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with Darren.
I've been thinking about this actually. I don't know. Like with other shows, I feel like I always have a huge checklist of things I want to see in a season. I don't have that many with Superman and Lois because I've always liked the show. Like, so there's not too much I need improved upon or anything. I just want another fun season. Like I had some issues last season. A wish list. I would like to see Superman go out of Smallville a little bit more. Like that was one of my highlights of season 1 was him going here and here and here. Um, I would like to see a little bit more of that. We did a lot of like secret identity stuff in the show in the past, and it seems like we're kind of done with that. So I'm excited to move on from there. But yeah, I just want a good season, just like a fun season. Give us a fun villain. Just kind of keep what they're doing. I think, honestly.
What are the chances of the bad guy being something more than he looks?
I am not falling for their villain twist again. They do it every year. 2 years in a row, we fell for it twice. I will not do it again.
What if you're not falling for it and the twist is that it's the actual villain?
Probably.
And then you get fooled that time. You're like, there has to be a twist coming up, and you don't see a twist. So I'm like, damn it, I'm fooled again. Okay, so Kata?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it would have been even nicer if we got even more set photos from Canographs. We've got that one with the new Jonathan Kent. Seems to be fitting in quite well. And the fact that, I mean, they've got great actors, great. Every season's been solid. And, you know, there's been a lot of twists here and there. We can't really predict anything. And it seems like, yeah, and no breaks. Hopefully, we won't have any huge breaks that make the season go for 6 months or anything. But yeah, I mean, I trust them. Every season's been great. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Robert?
I'm looking forward to it. I would love to see Mongol, but I know he's canon to the DC universe movie side, so I know that that's where we're going to see him. The villain, we haven't had any hint as to who it's going to be, have we? It's going to be hinted at and drawn into season 3.
They teased
Bruno Mannheim or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Bruno Mannheim. Okay.
But we're worried that, well, not worried, but we're not going to fall for Bruno Mannheim becoming a big twist.
Is he just a human?
I think he's like a tech guy.
Yeah, he's a tech guy.
Okay. Well, unless he has tech like Bloodsport in the comics where he can just telepathically like bring technology to himself, I don't think he's going to be much of a threat for Superman. So he's going to have help.
Well, I was almost thinking, like, they said that this season they're going to focus on Jonathan, like, using, like, alien weapons and stuff like that. So I was wondering if it's going to be, like, a Jonathan villain kind of thing. Like, maybe Jonathan and...
side villain.
Yeah, like, we kind of have, like, the kids focusing on him, and then maybe Superman focuses on whoever the heck they pair him up to or whatever. And then by the end, they kind of cross paths.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was actually, speaking of the side villain, it brings me back to season 2, where I thought that Lois was getting a villain. I thought it was the girl, the old lady that turns out to be the big bad. I'm like,
oh yeah,
I thought that was the side villain, but I guess Lucy is technically the side villain for her. Would that be accurate, or was it her, the old lady thing?
Oh, Allie is the
yeah. Allie.
I have totally blanked on her.
I couldn't remember either.
Like, I totally blanked on her because she's not that very good as a big bad. It was, in my opinion, I like the parasite aspect of it, but then looking at who the parasite is, I'm like, they could have done better. Supergirl did a parasite, an actual parasite. But so what was I saying?
We're talking about Ellie?
Yeah, I thought the side villain was Allie for Lois for the longest time, but that's what the interview said. That Lois is getting her own villain, and it turned out to be Superman's biggest villain too, as the series went on. So, will Bruno Mannheim be Jonathan's villain permanently?
The only question is, what are they going to do with Superman? Are they going to send him off world? Are they going to depower him?
Second big bad. We're not.
Maybe
Yeah, like they didn't tease the second big bad, or
Do you really think they're going to do that to fans? Do you really think they're going to say, okay, all right, Superman's off fighting this amazing guy that we're not going to show you, but here's a teenager in an alien suit?
no. I think that I have a feeling that Bruno Mannheim is going to team up with something that can take on Superman,
Maybe
and
someone. Sorry.
Bruno Mannheim is going like side villain for one of the other characters because he's human. He doesn't have any powers, if I'm correct. And and Superman, when he will eventually come into the story as there is a villain, another villain who's not human, fighting him, and they later revealed that they're teamed up.
So
Maybe he like.
Superman's going to be used as a trump card in his own show.
He's going to be sidetracked because that's how villains operate. They sidetrack the hero so they can do their criminal act.
I could see like the main villain kind of using his tech, or maybe his tech company or something to build his own power.
Yeah. Or he becomes like a version of Lex with a green kryptonite suit thingy.
So they teased Bruno Mannheim by Diggle talking to John Henry in that cafe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to involve somewhat John Henry, right? Irons with his tech, and that's why Diggle approached him to talk about.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense than
Yeah.
Jonathan. It
Could
would
be
be
both.
more. Yeah,
Yeah,
both.
probably.
He'd probably ask for Jonathan's help. You know.
Maybe, yeah.
Did we
He's
have
like,
one Bruno Mannheim in Arrow?
No, but the
No.
actor that plays
Yeah.
Bruno Mannheim
Oh,
is in
okay, that's
Arrow.
what it was.
Tobias Church, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he got like killed really fast. But yeah. So now on to our final subject before the quiz. And this will be a kind of sad topic. So be prepared. So JFK passed away sadly. I was in disbelief. JDF is
I was like, wait a minute. JFK.
Wow, what the heck did I say? He wasn't assassinated. JDF Jason David Frank passed away sadly. The reason of his death hasn't been revealed, though people are speculating. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can find out on Twitter. Yeah. So, what was your fondest moments of him portraying Tommy Oliver in the series, and what were your initial thoughts, Dan?
His name was Tommy Oliver. No way.
Yeah, one of my first like kind of series as a kid was Dino Thunder, and I kind of it was kind of an interesting experience, kind of watching the series like backwards, like kind of seeing this legacy role for him, this like his like fourth Ranger, if you will, and then kind of getting to experience it back, like going back and being able to watch, uh, Mighty Morphin and Turbo and all these other things he's done throughout the years. And like I mentioned this on Twitter, like I think this is the hardest I've taken a celebrity death, because I don't get really invested in a lot of like celebrities, but I think with this and also Kevin Conroy recently, like it's just such a tough, like two 90s stars that touched the hearts of so many children and adults and teenagers and touched so many people. Like as a kid, I wanted to meet this guy so badly. Like I was obsessed with him. So it really did hurt my heart yesterday when I heard the news.
Yeah. Robert?
Well, okay. What's funny is I was really young when Mighty Morphin came out. So I didn't like him at first. obviously.
Well, he was
Because
a
of his
bad guy,
story.
so
Yeah. So I was like, boo, boo, hiss, you know? And then he really won me over and eventually became my favorite, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I haven't really watched anything beyond the originals and the movie,
Mhm.
not the remake. So, yeah, I was really sad to see this.
yeah. Kata?
Sorry, I wasn't hugely into Power Rangers, but it seems like a lot of the people, on that cast has been dealt with tragedy and stuff like that. So,
It isn't the first
Yeah.
Power Ranger we lost. We also lost the first Yellow Ranger
Yeah.
of the series.
I remember a couple of months ago a lot of people on Twitter was really mad when he didn't return for the like 30th the big 30.
Mhm.
And now looking back at everything, it's like, okay, now we can kind of see why. And I think that I don't stay up to date with everything with this franchise, but I do try to watch the big anniversary stuff when they come out. I think that's going to hit so much harder now with everything. I do hope they have some kind of like tribute to him in some way.
Speaking of tributes, 3W's, you made that thing at the start, right?
Yes, I did.
Right? So, did he do a kickflip backwards and turn from a Red Ranger into a White Ranger?
Yes, but that was actually a stunt double.
Okay,
Unless
that's still sick,
unless
though. That's
unless
badass.
he used his wrestling mixed martial arts in that scene, because he can physically do that.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
He has like a few wins. I don't think he ever truly lost. He has ties, I guess, in his mixed martial arts. But speaking of the Dino Thunder, my favorite uh, scene in the entire thing is because he has been mini rangers of different colors. He leans over to the couch after he becomes the Black Ranger and says, "You know what? I need to go shopping." And the cat and the Rangers look up to him and say, "Why? I am fresh out black." Because he has never been a Black Ranger. And they always wear colored schemed of their ranger outfits. No wonder no one has picked up on it, though. It's like Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, wow.
So has he
So
been every color then?
He's been 5, I think. He was
Red, white,
green, white, red, black. Uh, missing one, I
yep,
think,
you're
or
missing
maybe
one.
it's just 4.
Nope, it's 5.
Is it 5?
It's green, white, red, black.
Oh, red twice. All right, all right.
Yeah, he was the Red Zero Ranger and Red
Turbo.
Turbo
All right, yeah, that's right.
before TJ Theodore Johnson took over.
Yeah.
What, is
Okay,
that the original one?
yeah.
Yeah, I liked him as well.
No, he's not the original Turbo Ranger, but
That was
he
like
takes over.
the
Oh no, I meant the original Red Ranger.
Oh,
no.
no, that's Jason. That's his character's name is Jason, but I think his name is like Saint Austin or something like that.
Yeah. Austin St.
Oh
John,
wow,
isn't
okay.
it?
Austin St. John.
Yeah.
I was
He's
half
in
right.
he's like legal troubles currently, right? I think he's in
He was in legal troubles. I think
Okay.
he got a pass on it,
Okay.
but I don't think he will be back for any Rangers anytime soon.
No. He's not in the 30th either.
He was in the uh what's that one? Dino Fury? No, yeah, maybe Dino Fury. I think he was in one of them. Previous, like in this century, he was in one of them. So on to the quiz. We have 3 teams, so I'm gonna have to go back. Hold on, I need to find it again. Okay, there it is. Okay, we have 3 teams. So I did do it. I was predicting it. Okay, so we're going to, instead of flipping a coin, we're going to start with Darren and go down. Is
Okay.
everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Kata?
What do you mean? Am I going first?
No. We're going from Darren.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Darren?
Wait, did you put the teams up? The 3
Yeah.
teams? Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll do Arrowverse 100.
Okay. And there's a timer. How long was Kara Zor-El sent from her? How long ago was Kara Zor-El sent from her home planet to Earth?
How long did it take her to get to Earth?
No. How long was it from the pilot to?
Oh, she's Supergirl. 13 years. I honestly don't know.
24.
24.
Wait,
I was
aren't we
thinking
going,
about the
like,
20, but that seemed like it was too long. Okay.
aren't we going like if someone answers and then we go to the next person?
Yes, I should have done that. Sorry, my bad. We'll do that next time. Okay, Kata.
Let's see, Marvel 100.
Okay. Nick Fury bet Steve Rogers, Captain America, $10 that he could surprise him. How did Fury win the bet?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
And this is 100. This is the easiest one.
Oh my god.
I know this one.
I have no clue. Go ahead, Robert.
Robert.
By showing him something weirder or stranger than he's already seen.
Darren.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
He made a ship turn into a flying aircraft carrier that disappeared. So no one gets that one.
I call bull honky. If you actually go and watch the bet, not and how it was paid.
Yeah, it was. That's what the question was. What did he?
All right.
How did Fury win the bet?
Technically, I'm not wrong, but okay. I will go with what are the things? Superman.
What is the name of the boy who picked on young Clark Kent? And this is the Christopher Reeves, all movies. Christopher Reeves.
Pete Russ.
Say again.
Pete Russ.
Okay. Darren.
You know what? I don't know the answer, but I'll say Flash Thompson.
Kata.
I don't remember. I'm just gonna go by Smallville and say Whitney.
Oh yeah, good one.
Brad
What?
Wilson.
This
That
is
was
the
Christopher
100.
Reeves. Christopher Reeves movies. Okay. So we're back to Darren.
Oh boy. Arrowverse 200, I suppose.
Oh, did everyone turn off their comment section?
Yeah, I'm covering
I
it up.
can't get on it. I'm on my phone.
I wasn't looking at it,
Okay.
but yeah, let me turn it off.
Okay. And all these are supposed to be ones you've watched. Have you watched all the Superman movies?
Me?
Yeah.
I've seen the first one.
Well, good. There's mostly the first one.
I have for a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too, but
Okay. Well, okay. Go ahead, Darren.
Arrowverse 200.
Who was the first to suspect that Dr. Wells was actually the reverse Flash?
Oh, Dr. McGee, right?
Not really. Oh. Dang it! My bad.
Sorry, I probably never have gotten it either.
I thought because didn't he? Oh, who did he kill? Didn't he kill someone in like the first like
reverse? Joe was actually the one to not trust Dr. Wells.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know specifically why. Just knew that something was off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
And
is
no
why
one
my guess
actually
would have
knew
been
that,
Cisco.
right? I didn't just ruin someone's.
Yeah, no, my guess was going to be Cisco because Joe didn't specifically know it was Wells. He just
Okay.
knew.
Yeah, I was gonna
Let me
say
get it right
Caitlin.
here.
It's all right. All right. Well,
Okay.
Batman for 100.
Batman for 100. And I did this time put the, the years. What is the crime boss's name that Joker kills in order to take over his business?
Which one is this?
Batman, the Michael Keaton version.
Oh. I don't remember this. No clue. Sorry. Go ahead, Darren. Robert.
I don't think it's Roman Sionis, even though it's Ace Chemicals. I'm going to say Falcone.
Okay. Darren?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Wow. Okay.
This game is off to a great start.
I made these simple for Pete's sake. Maybe you should try
Wow.
Smallville. Okay, who's next?
Robert is next.
Robert.
Smallville.
Clark usually wears
Definitely
a color
Smallville.
combination that is symbolic to his future. What is the combination?
It depends on the episode, but it is red and blue. It depends, like either red shirt and blue jacket, or red jacket and blue shirt.
Darren.
Black and white.
Kata.
Yeah, it's red and blue probably. Red and blue and white. I'll say that just for an American flag.
Red and blue.
Okay.
So Robert gets the points.
That's what I was thinking, but I thought if you passed on them that they were wrong. So that's why I was like, black, I guess. because I remember the. Okay, so I'll know for next time.
Don't need to put any negatives on you. Okay, Darren.
Oh, let's try it again. Arrowverse 300. Third time's a charm, I guess.
Who woke those who were exposed to the fear gas out of the drug-induced states?
I don't even know what this is referring to.
I will say it's a crossover.
That helps less.
Who woke those? Oh. The Flash?
Okay, Kata?
I was gonna say the Flash too, but let's see. Supergirl.
Okay, Robert?
You said crossover. I'm gonna say Caitlin.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, I know what you're. Oh, okay. when Barry and Oliver fought, right? When they thought it was Malcolm and Eobard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking like Dominators when they were like when all the team was like.
No, the fear gas was the hint. Fear gas was.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's right. Okay.
So that was Darren. So
Okay, I think it's my Marvel 200.
Marvel 200. What was the Marvel's first major title? This is comic book version.
Oh my gosh, not the movies?
Nope.
If only.
Let's see. It's not Iron Man. Spider-Man.
Okay, Robert?
Avengers.
Darren?
Oh, Fantastic Four?
Ooh, good guess.
Oh,
Whoa! I did not think that was right.
You got one. Woo! Okay, Robert, your turn.
Marvel 300.
Marvel 300. Where did Natasha Romanoff find Bruce Banner?
Find India.
Darren.
Uh, uh, Budapest. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Kata?
Budapest, but it's probably India, right?
Calikuta. He had been hiding in a third world country to those who need and tried to avoid
Calcutta.
stress.
Calcutta's
I
in
wouldn't
India,
have.
isn't it?
I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it.
That's why
Isn't
it was
Calcutta-
300. So Robert was your okay, Darren. I think
Oh,
it's
it's
your
my
turn.
Arrowverse 400.
No one likes Smallville. What episode does Warren Christie first appear in the Arrowverse?
Oh, that's it feels like a trick question. Like in person?
In person.
Oh, that'd be 3x1, right?
3x1 of what?
Oh, I'm sorry, Batwoman 3x1.
Okay, Kata.
Wait, 3X is what?
Like season 1, episode 1 is what I said.
Season 3, episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll say 3X episode 2.
Robert.
Arrow 3-8.
Arrow season 1, episode 6, Legacies. He played a guy named Carter Bowen.
Wow, nice trick question.
And technically, you're wrong on the 3x1 too, because
Wasn't it the first episode?
he
Or was
technically
it episode
appeared-
2?
He technically appeared as Thomas Wayne in the finale of season 2.
Yeah, but that was like on the paper, right?
No,
That was on the like magazine.
I think he.
Oh,
he
that's
smirked.
right. They like did turn him around and they showed him
Yeah.
the face. Oh, that's right.
Did I get points for the Calcutta question?
Did you get the episode right?
No, he means
the-
like
Okay.
Bruce Banner one. Wait,
Oh
what?
yes, you got those points. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I think it's me. Smallville, 200.
In season 3, Lana discovers that Adam Knight's real name is what?
What was it? Do I need first and last name?
Ooh,
I will
I
take
might
your
know.
first name.
No, I
I
don't.
think it
No, I
was
don't.
like Chad or something.
Okay. Robert.
Do I have to get the whole name? I was going to guess T.
No, you can get if you get the last name or the first name, I'll
T.
give you the points. P.
Teague. I'm guessing Teague.
T. Teague.
Teague.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
one of those like families.
Okay. Darren.
Mariah Carey.
All right. Carrie.
Oh yeah,
Darn
I
it.
got some points.
Huh?
Yep, he got some points. He got it right.
Oh.
He said Chad. Okay,
Wow.
so Kata.
Oh no, I already went.
Oh, okay. Robert.
Batman's looking a little lonely.
Batman. Honey, I'm home, or I forgot I'm not married. Who said this?
What's the reference? You said
It's Batman.
comics, movies. What are we thinking?
No, it's
Okay.
like those 4 live action movies of Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, and George Clooney. Don't worry about the time because you're all answering pretty fast. So
Okay. I'm gonna guess the obvious and say Batman, even though that's probably wrong.
okay, Darren.
Joker.
Selena Kyle, Catwoman.
That's a good guess.
Oh yeah, no.
Ah,
Oh gosh.
nice.
For some reason, lately, it's just like all the cats.
So Robert,
Ah.
no, it's Darren's turn because Robert did the Batman, right? Yeah.
All right, let's
Well
finish it
done,
up.
Peter. That was
Arrowverse
good.
500.
Reverse pilot, you really want this gun? Okay. Time to be
Oh.
powerful is
Ah.
said by which
You
character?
spell witch wrong. Said by a witch character?
Yeah, which character?
No, a witch.
Which?
I have no idea. I mean, which like
Like Agatha.
WICH.
Oh, it's ringing a bell. Nora. That's not right, but Nora.
Okay, Kata.
Ryan Wilder.
Okay, Robert.
Iris.
Damn it! As soon as you said it, I remembered. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so it's not Arrow. It's Arrowverse.
Yeah, it's the air. Yeah.
You gotta think broader.
But yeah, I've watched Batwoman. So
I am
haven't
proud
seen
of
Batwoman.
you, Kata. I am super proud of you.
Who-
Okay.
That's 500 points too. Nice.
what's the score?
Score is 9. Kata's lead.
Oh my god!
So was that Darren? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Kata. No, Kata, your turn.
Smallville 300.
One of Lex's most famous lines in the series,
Oh
"You're
my
right about
gosh.
me all along, Mr. Kent. I'm the villain of the story." And I misspelled which again. Episodes does he say it?
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
out of all 200.
Can we get points if it's close? The closest.
Closest, yeah.
Okay, I'll say.
Also, you didn't put the points on for my second question.
Oh, for the
Say-
India.
I've only got 100 points.
Which one was that?
The
Like
India.
Marvel 300.
Calcutta.
I'll get that later.
Okay,
That's
I'll
perfect.
say. Oh my gosh! Season 6, episode 5. I'll guess.
Okay. Robert.
4-3.
Say what?
He said 4-3.
Okay, 4-3. Okay.
I'll go
Darren?
with 520. Oh, was it
Darren
that
is
early?
closer.
Wow.
Darren is closer. What was yours, Kata?
I think I said season 6, episode.
Yeah.
5.
I was like, and then you
Someone
said
said season 4.
you
I
were
said
the closest.
4-3.
Yeah, he said 4.
Yeah, he said 4-3.
You said 420, Darren.
Oh, okay.
No, I said 520.
520?
Yeah, I said 520.
Oh,
Excuse me.
man. So honest.
I could have took those, but no.
Thank you for being honest. Was yours the 300?
Marvel, yeah.
300 Marvel. Okay. Wait, no,
What
that
was that
wasn't
one?
it.
Calcutta.
Oh, yeah, that was it. That was the one that he said.
You said India,
India.
Yeah.
and the response
India,
is
Calcutta.
Calcutta.
Which is in India, isn't it?
No,
Calcutta is in India.
I'll find out.
They changed the name of it in 2001 to spell it differently, but if you Google Calcutta, I'm sure it's in India.
Okay, well, I didn't know that it was in India, but I was looking for the city, not the continent.
The country and the whole world is pretty decent. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll give you the response anyways, just to help you out. Okay,
I bloody need it.
Robert.
Okay,
Superman. Lois Lane is given a small part in this installment. Where does her character go in the movie?
Oh, now you're asking. This is going to be the Reese one, isn't it?
This is Superman, the Christopher Reeves. Nothing has changed.
No idea. San Francisco.
Darren,
Star Labs.
Oh.
Kata,
Theater. I said the
Kate?
theater.
Oh, theater. Okay. Bermuda.
I was close.
Sure you were. Okay, Darren.
Oh, Marvel 500.
Marvel 400. What did Scott get his daughter for her birthday?
Shoot.
I know.
We're talking in the movies.
Yes.
Daughter Scott daughter. A train.
It's a scary bunny stuffed animal.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay, Robert.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's ugly little rabbit, but she thinks she's beautiful.
I was remembering the like little trains in like the first one, the like
That was
Thomas
a
the Train.
memorable one though.
Okay, Kata.
Smallville 400. This is gonna be hard.
What was Clark's motto when he ran for the class president?
God,
That is a hard one.
For someone that's watches Smallville for 5 years, five times a year is it's easy.
it's I think it was like a better tomorrow.
Robert.
Ooh. I'm gonna say that they were going for an Easter egg and truth and justice. They just missed the American way out.
Okay, Darren.
No butts, no cuts, no coconuts.
What the heck?
If that's not a campaign to run on.
Man of Tomorrow.
That
No
was
one's
close.
game. I mean,
half points.
no,
I said,
you're kind of
I
like
was
ahead.
good for halfway.
I said better tomorrow.
You gotta say Man of Tomorrow. This one's kind of
Okay.
like sentimental.
Okay. It's Robert.
Okay, Robert.
Smallville. I'm going to give myself a challenge.
What was the article that Clark wrote about Perry White that Perry White mentioned to him?
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was about something going out of business, I think.
Is business your answer?
Scandal.
Okay, Darren.
His secret identity. Oh wait, I read that backwards. But
Kata?
it's okay.
Let's see. Article mentioned to him a scandal about his dad.
About the principal authorizing the gym mats. Perry White said sarcastically that he was riveted by the article, then later told Clark that he had potential before he got on the bus and left.
See, I read that backwards as well. Didn't also like Perry had like a whole big history, and then like it was
Perry
a few of
White
his
was
stories.
in Smallville. He actually
Yeah, no, I know. I'm
saw.
saying like he saw in his conversations with Clark, didn't he mention some of his big articles and stories that won him his like reputation? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But it was mostly about what Clark wrote. That was the question.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I read it backwards.
Darren, no hope for Smallville. So,
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Apart from the jacket.
Marvel, I suppose.
There should be like, how did Scott sneak into the PIM technical building?
He used the suit. I don't know.
Be more specific.
He snuck in through the bathroom.
Okay. Kata?
Vents, air vents.
Robert.
By flying Anthony into the events.
Oh yeah, Anthony.
Through the water main.
Huh.
You said bathroom, right?
I did.
So I'll give you that one.
Wow.
Wow, he's generous.
I know they
Wow.
had the air vents cut off, but I thought an ant would get through there.
Okay.
Kid.
Batman 300.
After Dick saves Batman, he says two sidekick names. What are they?
Wait, which one is this?
This would be all the live action classic Batmans.
Two sidekicks names.
Is this 60s Batman movie?
Well, one's Robin, I think, but oh wait, it must be some bat or bird related thing. Let's see. Oh wait, Boy Wonder and Robin.
Okay, Robert.
I'm gonna say that again. It's Easter egg, so I'm gonna guess Kid Flash and Arsenal.
Darren.
Batgirl and Nightwing.
Batboy and Nightwing.
Aw.
And you get like points for that because you said Nightwing.
Oh, you're generous with Darren, but
Well, he doesn't know anything about these films.
really,
I've seen like one of them.
Oh yeah, that's like Batman Forever, isn't it?
Yep, Batman Forever.
I don't like that Dick Grayson.
So
I think
There
it's
was
Robert.
Kata.
Oh wait, but because I said the Batman one, so
Oh,
I
did
think
you?
it's
do
Robert.
the
Yeah,
Batman
it's
one?
Robert.
When there is multiple, when I have to do the whole three things, go give me everyone a chance. I kind of get turned around. So it's Robert, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Batman. I need some points.
What does Catwoman say when she first meets Batman and Penguin?
Something super cheesy. I don't know.
Okay, Darren.
Howdy, hey.
Meow.
That's a good
Oh,
guess.
that's the best guess, man. That's gonna be the closest one.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
wait,
Damn
wait,
it.
did you give me points? Wait,
Oh.
those points didn't go to me.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
You're second, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
okay.
had 1,300. Now you have
Okay.
700.
Okay. All right.
So
to Darren.
Superman.
What was Margaret Kidder given a small part in Superman 3? Why? What? For Pete's sake, why was Margaret Kidder given a small part in Superman 3?
Because his kids loved Superman.
Kata?
She.
Given a small part. Wasn't she in the other ones?
She was given a small part in Superman 3.
Oh, why?
But why?
Because she's a legend. Because she was in.
You know what small part means? Okay, Robert.
I want to say continuity / like she's a fan favorite.
She was given such a small part because she voiced her opinion about Donner being fired after the release of the first Superman film.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, Darren, think it's Kata.
Yeah.
Okay, Batman 500.
That's like super behind the scenes, isn't it?
Yes. What two actors appeared in all four Batman films? Sorry, it's a typo.
Actors.
I
I'll
only
take
know
first names.
I only know Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. So,
Robert,
um,
what two actors appeared in all four Batman films?
all four. Alfred Goff.
Darren,
Michael Keaton and Barack Obama.
what was your second guess, Robert?
The I didn't have one.
Okay, it says two actors, but
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Okay.
thank goodness I didn't click that.
Yeah. I don't know. The guy that played Commissioner Gordon in the first two.
Okay, Darren,
Huh?
you said something. I didn't catch your answer.
no, you didn't say it.
No, I didn't give like a real answer. I just said
Okay.
Barack Obama.
Okay, Kata.
Wait, no, I already said, man.
Okay, yeah, okay. Just making sure I got everyone. Jeez. Michael Goff and Pat Higgle. They played Alfred and
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Gordon.
I said Alfred Goff.
And,
Do I get half a point?
No, technically I can't give half a points because I'm not on that one where they can type in the points.
Please.
If it was Darren, you would have given him points.
No. You're ahead, Kata, so what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Robert. So Darren.
Oh wait, wasn't it me that said?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Robert. Okay,
Superman.
I'll get him right.
He said Superman.
Superman. Okay.
I mean, that's the only one left, right?
What does the name of Lana Lang's son?
Ooh. Sam.
Darren.
Jason.
Clark.
You sick people.
Rick?
Ricky.
Look, you guys should watch stuff.
Ricky, that's a terrible name.
And that was Superman 3, by the way, if anyone was curious about that. Okay, Darren, 500, got it.
So wait, what's the score right now? What's the score?
You're ahead.
Unwinnable, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Damn, what the heck? Okay.
Oh yeah, I thought it was the
It was
answer.
unwinnable anyway.
Hold on.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
close the screen.
Kurt
Yeah.
Allen and Noah. I was trying to figure out if I just gave the answer, but
Oh,
no, I
okay.
didn't.
Oh.
No, I didn't. Kurt Allen and Noel. Yeah, freaking, I did. So
Wait,
no one
what
gets
was
that
the
one.
question?
I
Close it and do it
apparently
again.
wrote, this was supposed to be not in there.
Oh, so you messed it up.
Yeah. It was named the two actors from the previous incarnations of Superman who made a cameo appearance in Superman the movie.
Okay, close it real quick. Who,
Too late. I was sat reading it all.
yeah, I still can't get it. I still don't know the answer.
There.
Huh?
Okay, like last week, I was sat there and like I procrastinated a little bit making Flash Freak's quiz, right? And then I was making it right up until we're supposed to go on, and then he ended up postponing the quiz. And the one that's coming on Wednesday is nowhere near as hard as that.
All right, well, we'll open it up and then explain it to us.
Okay, so Kurt Allen and Noel Neal both appeared in the Superman series of the 1940s. Noel Neal played Lois Lane in the 1940s. Kurt Allen played Superman / Clark Kent. And then both actors appeared as Lois Lane's parents in the scene in which young Clark Kent races the train in Superman the movie.
That Kirk Allen, is he the one that nearly got shot because the kid thought he was really Superman?
Yes, George. The second one kind of got shot.
Kinda got shot.
No, he did get shot, but people suspect the whole thing that it was a murder.
Oh, damn. Have you seen Ben Affleck recreate that scene?
No.
It's on YouTube. It's in a movie he's done where he played a Superman and a kid was going to shoot him because he thought he was real, and he talked him out of it in like almost the same way.
Okay, now it's confirmed. I just read the TMZ article about JDF death. So, what the thing that there was rumored, it's actually what happened because they just reported it.
What is it?
Yeah, you probably don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it. That's why I literally
said
that. That's why I literally said that.
All right, so who won?
I totally won.
Let's see
Totally
Who won? Let's see. What? Let me.
First time
make
I've
sure
ever
I can
won
see
a
that,
quiz.
right?
First time ever. I've only done 2 quizzes, but first time I've ever won.
I think you
Well,
can see
good job.
that, right?
What's that?
That would be Kata.
Yeah. Do I get some prizes?
You get to be prideful.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Next time we do it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you did a Smallville quiz on, and you come on to Lance's stream next week, I would like to be tested.
Oh yeah, who are like 3? Who are people who are really big Smallville fans?
Darren?
I've seen it once, sir, and I don't remember half the stuff.
Wait, who was it that was kept on saying that he's such a? Oh, I think it's
Flash Freak.
from
that would be
Ben from Ben's stream.
Chainsaw Reacts.
Oh yeah, him too, and I think from Ben's channel, Nathan is a big fan too. But except for the UK right now, what time is it in the UK?
10 to 2 in the morning.
Okay, so maybe people from the UK can't really join. Wait, Robert, are you from the UK?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2 a.m. for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks
What can I say? I love hanging out with you guys.
Well, thank you for being up at this ungodly hour. Coming onto a 5:30 p.m. stream somewhere else.
Wait, it says in the chat, Miata says it's 9 a.m. for you? No way. There's no way it's 9 a.m. for you right now.
Not for me, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it says for me.
Oh, for you.
PM.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was because right now it's 11 a.m. for me. So I was like, Miata, you're not in Japan or some country near here. So.
Is it really 9 p.m. for you?
Well, it's about 9 p.m. for me.
It's 8 p.m. for me.
Yeah, like 6 minutes.
Yes. Well, if you want to be literal about it. Well, I think that's all we covered for today. And
yeah, if you want next time I can make a Smallville quiz and test you guys who are big Smallville fans.
It will probably be just me and Lance. Make them semi-tough, like easy for Lance, but tough for me because I'll probably get the 400 and 500s if it's easy.
You killed it on Ben's stream. It was.
I didn't even look at the. I didn't even type anything. I was like, as soon as you pulled up the question, I went typed. And then I was like, and then finally someone just on the stream was like, can you please type it after all of us have answered?
Yeah, you're going too fast.
I didn't have to think. I was like, boom, there. I mean, the only thing I couldn't do is I said Laurel Vandervoort, but I don't know how to spell her first name, so I said Laura. and I meant Laurel.
Okay.
Wait, Laura. Yeah, I can't even pronounce her name too.
Laura
I know her.
Vandervoort.
Yeah, I know her last name is Vandervoort, and I can pronounce that correctly all the time. But her first name is tricky because it's like a tongue twister for me for some reason.
Laura.
I think it's Laura. Yeah, but I always say Laurel.
Like
Okay.
Laurel Lance.
It's like a some I don't
It
know
was
what it's
such a
called.
shame to hear like her talking on Inside of You about her treatment on Supergirl. You know, like being Supergirl before, you think she'd be welcomed on like royalty and not shunned and treated like in a Mean Girl situation. You know?
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't
I
know
didn't hear
that.
about that. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, I'm glad Melissa. I mean, if they're all mean to her.
Yeah, apparently they just avoided her with like sniping and stuff and just didn't treat her very well at all. Made her feel like a real
Wow.
outsider.
Yeah, that. I mean, I hope they really. I would be so pissed if they did that to Tom Wallen and Eric and
Yeah.
Variants because they're like JDF to me. JDF. Yeah, I said it right.
Yeah. He's Tom Welling is royalty, isn't he? Really.
Yeah, Tom Welling is a legend in the Superman business. So if they did that to him, I'll be like Timon and Lion King. Hey Pumbaa, hold me back. Let me have. Let me have. Okay. Wait, you don't get the meaning of this. But yeah, I was like, so they were mean to her.
A little bit, yeah. They were certainly exclusionary and not inclusive.
Oh, I did hear about how Lana Lang, the actor, actress, was had to actually have her dad drive her to work every day because she had a stalker.
Was it you?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
no, yeah.
a resident
She,
in Vancouver.
Was it Flash Freak?
she
That
she
won't
said she was
surprise me.
sexualized since she was been 15, which is messed up.
I can't believe I had a peaceful stream, by the way, because there is hardly any bots. I
What
mean, there is
happened?
literally zero bots, and the
And there's
reason
one
why,
person missing. And
and that was Flash Freak.
what's that mean? What's that? What can we
He's the
deduce from
only
that?
one that that hasn't been here, so I'm kind of thinking that was all him, which isn't
Even the
funny.
3Dub shipper, 3Dub Eric shipper.
Yeah, I
No weird
blocked him,
music either. No.
Yeah.
and I send the links to 5 people, DJ Eric, but he didn't come. So, but I sent them all right here. You're all here, and no one else. So
Oh,
I haven't had any surprise guests.
yeah.
And the reason why is
There's-
because Flash Freak is busy moving into his new house. So I'm thinking that it's coming all together.
Very suspect. Very suspect.
So, he's going to get talking from us, apparently. uh, so that's it for everyone. Glad everyone could be here.
Yeah, good job, 3Dubs.
Yeah, you did a
Yeah.
good job.
All right. We'll see everyone later. We'll be back with Lance as the host for next week, and I'll be put on to co-host duty again. Gladly. Okay. Well, have a good day, everyone. A good night, good day, good evening, wherever you are. Have a good one. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.